I'm a shy freak, but once I get comfortable, I might argue. Hey, quick, before anybody notices, you gotta sprinkle the word quirky somewhere in there so this doesn't turn out to be an absolutely horrible post. And for people who hit the love and laugh react, I do not like you. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/nicegirls. And if you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Let's see if we can get this video to that good old round fat stack of them 1,000 likes. Okie dokie, let go. Also, you take too long deciding if you'll want me. I got dudes coming out the wazoo who wanna F or just put a rib G on it or both. And I'm just chillin', waiting for you to decide. Like, it's fine, I get it. But I could also have a hot Indian guy with lots of pew-pews between my legs tight now. And I said no, cause I like you so much. You know, this is the third or fourth time that you keep telling me that you could have this guy or that guy, and I'm sure if you were in my shoes, you wouldn't appreciate it. You know, that's just confusing. Like, you don't want to date somebody, they're trying to get you to date them again. I'm pretty certain that's the case, and then you just keep on trying to flex that you have a bunch of dudes lined up wanting to either date you or do the under the sheet shuffle. And this is like the third or fourth time you said, so I'm honestly wondering if that line is even real. Because, you know, this is the whole case of, like, if you have to over-exaggerate it and say it so many times, people are gonna believe less and less that it actually exists. You know, the whole saying that you're rich talk versus actually being rich talk. You actually blocked me again? Quick question. How mentally retarded are you? Make up your gosh darn effing mind and grow the F up. Wow, that's ironic sounding from yous. God, you're a piece of effing C. My life is so amazing without you. Yeah, remember that thing I said about saying you got it, you don't got it? Yeah, I'm still believing that even here. And they say love is dead. By the way, the caption said this is her fourth attempt at getting this person back, and you know, I feel like she might want to try different methods. You know, one of the methods being just stopping. Like, this is that logic where somebody would honestly think that a red light is just a recommendation. Like, seriously, there's no such thing as love at first cuss out. Well, I guess in this case it'd be fourth cuss out, but you still get the point. How I've missed my Romeo. If he wasn't so short, we'd get married. This post about to make me go out and get the trilogy just to figure out where exactly this line actually comes up. Can somebody please let me know down below, though? Blank, you are 100% the type of guy I should end up with and hope to. You are kind, supportive, fun, sweet, and all the great qualities. I just know that if I date you, I will actually date you, and it'll be something I'm not ready for. So we hope for our paths to cross again? Ugh, don't want that either. See, it's this type of logic I always categorize for my own understandings as like a mental burnout. Do you not want to do the thing, but you want to do the thing at the same time, so you just step on both pedals and, you know, you're just spinning your own tires in your mind. This confuses me to no end and does not make any sense whatsoever. Hey, I still want to be a thing. I honestly think we could make things work out. Listen, I don't think we can be together. I really think we hit it off, but I'm just not looking for a committed relationship. What we had was temporary. I'm sorry. Really? So you're just going to effing toss me aside? I feel kind of let on, man. I mean, I was nothing but nice and supportive towards you. I listened to all of your freaking problems and was there for you when you were crying about your mom's freaking cancer. And what kind of dude cries? You are such a kitty. I even paid for coffee that one time because you were running short on cash. You were broke too. LMAO. What kind of man? You know, for some reason, as soon as I saw what kind of man, I remembered a good old movie clip that matches the energy and fires it back at him.
That's a woman?
You are just a sad, insecure little boy. Whatever I can do better, I'm way better than you could ever be. Does that apply in being stupid? Because it looks like you're so good at that you don't even need to try. Honey, you were the temporary, as if I'd stay with your kitty broke BA. And I hope you go choke on giraffe dong. Anyways, don't freaking ever text me again. Your number is blocked. So you're trying to hold the whole paying for coffee because he was short on cash over his head? And honestly, it has me kind of wondering how many times he's treated you to something. And way to go doing the ever so classic thing of saying, is that what a man is supposed to do? All of the lovely pissy ranting definitely makes somebody want to consider the whole thing about working out, as if anybody would want to Bob the Builder this into working. Do you imagine if relationships had background checks and this showed up? Because I can pretty much guarantee you right now, if you have a problem with dudes showing emotions, especially over stuff that would get anybody just emotional because, you know, God forbid their parents have freaking cancer, no, we're not gonna get along. And honestly, I think everybody should know that you have this type of attitude, because when you think that you're not allowed to show emotions, that leads to bad thoughts lead to depression, and depression leads to very bad things. If I sound like I'm doing some kind of voice behind this, I don't mean to do it intentionally. Emotions are part of being human, and if anybody thinks that somebody is not supposed to be able to experience emotions because of the X factor, then you got no right being around that person whatsoever, and they got no business having that attitude around others to just try to make others feel bad. My friend's mom just said some girls are broccoli for boys. They're good for them, but the boy doesn't want her. He wants some pizza. Never heard a more real or funny statement ever. I don't know why, but for some reason this just made me remember that I was actually kind of a weird kid growing up. I like broccoli, but I only really liked it when I dipped it in ketchup. I hope that I'm not alone on that whole broccoli ketchup thing, but also for some reason when I was little, I didn't like ice cream, and I'm questioning so many things as to why I had those specific food tastes. Can we bring back men taking women on real dates, opening the car door for them, and bringing flowers for no reason? I honestly forgot that there was this era in time when people just absolutely posted Stitch and Angel everywhere. I do things now, and I'm still single. Honestly, the more I kind of think about it, the more I kind of think the car door thing is just a kind, courteous thing to do, but it also mainly I did it because I liked my car and I didn't want to have the door accidentally fling out on a windy day and hit something. But now with the Jeep, you got the short doors, so I don't have to worry about that as much. Plus, I feel like this person who made this doesn't realize that real dates can just be experiencing things together. Like, it doesn't have to be going out for a fine dine and whining thing. No, seriously, you could just go to like Taco Bell, get tequila, have a nice night in, or you could just go Dave and Buster's. Like, literally, it's having fun with the other person. That's what the date is. Like, in the past, I've taken a girl on a date and we went to go-karts. It was just absolutely fun. Other girls, what's your net worth? Me, what was your SAT score and GPA in college? Both of you, that is super sketchy questions to ask, and honestly, that would just be kind of seem like you're more so wondering how successful I am in life compared to me actually as a person, and I am not comfortable with any of those. Both of those are questions that if somebody is comfortable answering, they will answer, but if they are not up for answering, they will not answer, and that is that. Just because somebody don't want to answer that doesn't mean that they're broke or dumb. That means that they are not okay discussing that kind of thing at this point in time. Like, two questions I make sure not to ask anybody is how much money you have in your bank account and how much do you weigh. Those are just questions you do not ask anybody. Cheating on me is easy, but learning to walk after I shoot you in the legs ain't. You know, you could just break up with the person after they cheat and you don't have to go do any physical violence, because honestly I get a feeling there too that's gonna come back to bite you legally. Because, you know, last I checked, there's this little thing called repercussions if you ever do something that would involve lead pellets going really fast through somebody. Women being mad, I tell you to stop snapping me and you actually do it? Men are silly. There is a difference between stop snapping me and stop snapping me. Yeah, taking notes here. Yeah, it totally makes sense that dudes are the silly ones, huh? I had almost forgotten about that pesky thing of, oh yeah, dudes actually listen sometimes, and that upsets me. These posts existing is not good. Anybody out here with this type of logic where you think dudes have telepathy? Yeah, no, stop that right now. Let's argue. If you are dating a man for 6 months and he can't loan you $300 when you are in a crisis, he needs to be dumped and blocked without explanation. Imagine thinking just because you know somebody for 6 months you can just suddenly ask them for $300. I'm too bright for boys, too brainy for boyfriends. Meet the woman who says their superior intellect means they struggle to meet a man. Oh, do I know the perfect demographic for you. By the way, you're gonna want to bring a whole lot of soap. Hope one of your green flags is fedora tipping. Alright, dude. Have fun sleeping and again showing no attention on me whatsoever. Are you actually mad? I just hopped on PlayStation to play with my guy friend for a bit. Hello? What? Obviously, you have your phone on Do Not Disturb, so how are you supposed to know when I answer anyways? Well, I kind of told you I wouldn't be texting anyone for a bit, but you didn't say why. Did you know you didn't? Why did I need to? Dude, OMFG. Just continue what you are doing, right? Stuff like this just reinforces an idea that I like, is like, if you're into video games, date somebody who is also into video games. You both will be content just sitting by yourselves, not talking to each other for an hour or 3. Or another cool idea would be, like, if you're both into games and you have an online game, which is multiplayer, like Destiny, heck, do that. That way you only need to get one more person to do the Nightfalls. Like, stuff like this is the reason it's always good to find somebody with common interests. The only dating advice my mom has ever given me. Do you know what the 666 rule is when dating? No. 6-inch chicken, 6-figure salary, and 6 feet tall, or you don't date them. What the frick? LMAO. Yeah, you don't need to explain why this is the only piece of advice, because honestly, I would hate to see anywhere where this would lead to. And honestly, these 3 things are stuff that really should not play into trying to date anybody. Like, this does not factor in anything to the person's character whatsoever. And anybody that has this thought process and has this set of rules for themselves, good luck finding anybody that would actually meet all those and want to date you on top of that. You need to also factor in that too, because, you know, God forbid the other person's interests come into play. Nah, you haven't thought of that one, did you? You imagine the person saying this and then getting the exact same thing thrown back at them? Like, you imagine somebody says that and then you get the exact same thing thrown around, like, say, I don't want to date anybody that's less than a D cup, doesn't make less money than me, and then is over this foot tall because they don't like tall women. Yeah, no, don't sound too good, don't it? Like, it's one thing to have a preference where you say you would want to date a taller guy, but that's not a defining factor, and if somebody was your height or shorter, that is perfectly fine. But then you also have dum-dums like this, where their 6-foot rule is either their way or the highway. And honestly, I gotta say, I've seen this many times on Tinder, and it don't make sense at all. And really, it's stupid stuff like that's why I don't take Tinder seriously. So, I have a very high position in my company in senior management, but for some reason, I am completely invisible to the men at work. At first, I thought they were intimidated by me, so I decided to engage, but when I didn't see intimidation in their eyes, just complete indifference. So then I figured that men are just reticent now because of the Me Too movement. But then I noticed they are all knocking themselves out trying to talk to the cleaning lady. The cleaning lady. She barely even speaks English. This has really been getting to me, to the point that the last few times I've seen it, I've had to stop myself from going over to them and saying something like, you do realize she is a cleaning lady and I'm senior management, right? And this is why I say men are backwards. I know if I had a choice between a senior manager and the custodian, it's a no-brainer who I'd pick. So I have to know, is this a universal phenomenon? Or is it just the guys at my company who are backwards? You know, last I checked, anybody that uses their job position to try and degrade other people isn't exactly anybody that I would want to be going up to and asking out for coffee. And also, last I checked, your job position ain't your personality. If you are in the military, you are going to get cheated on. It's in your contract. Please cite that source and exactly point out what line is in that contract that says so, because I would love to know. Plus, I think this is my personal opinion, but like, the only thing worse than cheating on somebody in general that is still cheating is cheating on somebody who's serving their country. A pro and con of dating me. Pro, I am wifey material, and the only con is y'all can't handle a woman who treats you right. You're the type of person that would then put in your bio complaining about how guys don't message you on Bumble. You know, the app where the girl is supposed to message first. Also, wifey material that is very much yet to be seen. And of course, I have to cover up the photo much more than it already is, because it's very much the stereotypical basic, here's my butt on the sink kind of photo. But seriously though, why are the Bumble posts on Nice Girls, majority of them being complaining about why nobody messages them first? Did you not read the description of the app before downloading it? That's the same type of logic I have with my customers when they take 2 steps in, look at the sign, you know, the third 30-foot sign that's on both sides of the front door they just walked in, and then ask what store this is. I am not joking on that. I have had to deal with that level of stupid on a weekly basis. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Let's see if we can get this video to them 1,000 likes, maybe even 1,500. That would be super duper amazing. But with that, I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.